Hello and welcome on the Gamers Academy YouTube channel. My name is Outlandish. I played this game competitively for 4 years, but decided to retire recently, become a coach, and partner up together with Gamers Academy to provide you guys educational content to make you the best players you want to be. If you want to book me or one of my colleagues in individual coaching sessions, you can book us on gamers-academy.com. You can find the homepage in the description below. On top of that, you can use this code to save up to 10% for the first session you book with us. In this episode, we'll talk about Vladimir. Why is it a raising pick in MSI and in solo queue? Why is it being played into Gwen? And what items should you build on this champion? All of that in the upcoming video. As I already said in the intro today, we will talk about Vladimir and why is he getting picked up in MSI and has more pick rate and run rate in solo queue. And we will talk a little bit about his laning phase and why is he currently strong, especially in the combination with the 12.10 patch. First of all, I want to show you some runes, the ones I copied out from Noguria, like a world-class top laner. So was one of the possibilities, how to use your runes with Airy and Resolve second. It just gives you a lot of sustain and laning phase, which is really good in combination with the 12.10 patch. But you have different options, for example, with Inspiration, and you can specify your runes more to the and adapt that to your matchup. For that, I would just recommend you to use pages like LOL VVV and other pages that like show your pro player runes. This is something pretty common to use. I use that as well, but just in general, like using Airy plus Resolve is pretty consistent laning phase and gives him a lot of sustainability as a champion, which is why he's getting back into the meta, especially with the combination of 12.10. 12.10, as we already addressed in multiple videos before, gives the possibility for hyper carry scaling champions to have an easier laning phase because they have more defensive tools from level 1 onwards, they have more HP, they get more armor per level, just in general better defensive stats from level 1 onwards, which allows hyper carry champions to exist in this meta, which was dominated before with a lot of snowballing champions, and now the game is a little bit slower. That's why Vladimir has a really good place right now in the meta, because Vladimir is a champion that is really scaling really hard, a lot on 2 or 3 items. He's like unstoppable in team fights, and he has basically no ceiling in scaling, which gives him a lot of value in the current meta, and that's why he's getting picked up. But the question is, why is he getting picked up in MSI before already on a 12.9 patch where the meta was still snowball heavy, and why he got picked up as a hyper carry AP champion on top side? The answer is pretty easy. It was a kind of a solution against the Gwen laning phase, because Gwen was really popular in the competitive play in solo queue as well, and people were trying to find picks into it. There's no real pick that's like super hard punishing Gwen except probably Jax, and Vladimir was an AP option against it to scale equally well. And having a pretty sustainable laning phase, you can just outkite Gwen in laning phase, and which made Vladimir a pretty strong champion. And especially because you have the range advantage, you could probably go for dives as well if you're just constantly poking Gwen out of laning phase. If we just remember how Broken Blade played it in MSI, he multiple times solo killed the top laner just by using this matchup correctly, going Ignite, for example, or going Ghost, having aggressive summoners, and perma threatening the Gwen in laning phase. That's why he was getting picked up. And why I'm doing this video is like because I found it really interesting that his item build with a Cosmic Drive Rush, which is a Chinese solo queue item build, got adapted pretty fast in competitive environment. Usually you have champions that are always rushing mythic items, which is pretty obvious because they generate good stats and have a good passive, but there are a few exceptions. For example, what we talked about with Graves and Umbral Glaive in this meta, and Vladimir is the same example. With Cosmic Drive, he can rush it and skipping his mythic item because he's just profiting so much from cooldown reduction and from the stats he's getting from Cosmic Drive, and the passive is really strong on him as well because it's basically the Vladimir item. It gives you movement speed, it gives you AP as soon as you hit 3 auto attacks or spells, so you're proccing it really fast, and it gives you an easier spike in the early game. So you're kind of skipping the weakness of Vladimir, that's like his early laning phase. You can rush this item pretty fast and go a mythic second, which gives him a lot of flexibility in laning phase as well. But in general, just makes him a really strong champion because, especially on 12.10 onwards, he's getting stronger and stronger, and just judged by the 12.10b hotfix patch, he's even getting buffed on next patch, which is my opinion, not the correct decision. because Vladimir is already in a really good spot. But if you check the other video where we talk about the upcoming configs patch, I'm already elaborating that why I think like hyper scaling champions in the current meta is definitely a mistake. But just to summarize that, Vladimir, as I said, like really solid laning phase against Gwen. That's why he's getting picked up. But even though in other laning phases where he can just like freely scale up, he's a really good option as an AP champion to be really online at 2-item onwards, and gives him a lot of sideline pressure, but even team fight possibilities, because he has a really incredibly good ultimate to team fight. He has a lot of damage output, and as I said, he's like scaling to infinity, which makes him a really strong champion right now. So if you're able to pick up this champion in your solo queue, try it. That's not one of the easiest champions, so we can discuss about that in depth, for example, on our Discord server or in the comments if we want to talk about the Vladimir matchups and how he's working in lane. But just in general, on the current patch 12.10 and the upcoming hotfix patch, he will be even stronger. So for sure, you should pick this champion up if you want to have success in solo queue. Thanks for watching this episode on the Gamers Academy YouTube channel about the topic Vladimir into Gwen. We would appreciate if you like, subscribe, and activate the bell on our channel, or leave us a comment, some feedback about the content we're creating, or discuss the matchup with me in the comments. If you would like to discuss the topic with me or one of my colleagues in depth, you can join our official Gamers Academy Discord server. You can find the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time. Goodbye.